weeks ago, people said stupidities. We knew that we trained well, and we knew the mistake we made during these two games, and we kept working. And I told my boys before the games that last season, after our 5 losing game at the beginning, we played 25 games and we were beaten 2 times, but never 3 victories in a row. So I told them, I said, guys, we need to show that we move forward, and we need to do that. So they made a really good performance. I have to say as well that it's long time now that I haven't seen a good football game in Kenya, because Police is playing football. All the other teams, you know what I'm thinking about them. And I think that people have seen a very good Premier League game. Now Police try to score. We played also to win, and we had this opportunity, and we took it. So I think it's 3 points absolutely deserved. Leopards fans who are looking for this game. You know me, I'm taking game after game, so I was focused on Police. Now we have to celebrate and to enjoy, and now we can begin to think about Gor Mahia. But even if we beat Gor Mahia, it's only 3 points. So for me, it's a team like the others. We will prepare well. I know that for you and for the fans, it's something a little bit special. So I hope it will be a big crowd there, because I think both teams deserve to have a lot of fans in the stadium.
3-0, we're very pleased with it, and now it's about putting the guys back together, because we've only got sort of 72 hours before we're back again to take on our old friends across town. Like all clubs, our big sort of focus between these games is putting our players back together again, and that'll be no different for AFC. They had a tough game against Police yesterday and they got a great result, but their number one objective, as it is for all of the teams in this league when you're playing 2 games a week, is get your players injury free as best as you can. So that's our big focus, and we're expecting an incredibly tough encounter. Obviously AFC have won their last 3 games. They're in a really good mood. We've won our last 3, and I've also had, I think if you look at the points per game, we're the top. I know we've got a game or 2 in hand, but in terms of our form this season, it's number 1. Best defensive record, best goal difference, and so we're in good form, but we know we've got to give more. We've got to bring even more on Sunday if we want to have the result that everyone craves against Leopards. So we're expecting a tough game. I think it increases the pressure a little bit. You don't need motivation. It doesn't matter if we'd won the last 5 or lost the last 5. You don't need extra motivation for the Mashemeji derby. Everyone knows what it means to the community, to the club, to everybody. And so the fact that we've had a good run, but look, history doesn't buy you anything. You look at so many teams have had great runs in history, and then they all of a sudden stop. So we need to make sure we are at our very best, because history does not score goals. History does not get assists. History does not make saves. It's these guys here who've got to go out on Sunday and do all of those things as best as they can. And if they do that, I think we can be successful. Again, we prepare for it like every game. I know some people maybe think there's a special side to it, but for us, every point is incredibly important. The 3 points available today are equally as important come the end of the season as the 3 points against AFC. I know there's a lot more emotion. Obviously, coming from the UK, I would compare AFC versus Gor as a little bit like Rangers versus Celtic, in Scotland. So it doesn't matter if a team's in good form or bad form. The expectation is to go in, give everything you've got, be willing to bleed on the pitch for the cause, and just put everything out there. And so our players will do that. I think you've seen that through this season, that our players are fighters, they're hungry, they want to do well for this club and for themselves, and they'll do that again on Sunday. And we just have to wait and see what the outcome will be.
As we train to win, no one who can train to lose. We are anticipating to win the game, and we can surprise you. So for now, this one is over. We are thinking about the coming match. That for us losing the game, you could see how the game was. The game was tough, and we considered easy goals, of which we need to go and train for that, so that the next game we can improve from there. First of all, we don't have time to train because we have a game on Saturday, players have played today. You see now we have a recovery day, which is tomorrow, and then the rest day is on Saturday. Instead of having a rest, we have a match. So for me, I think the games are back to back, and there are so many, so players are getting fatigued on the process. Yeah.